Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Casual Drink and Play podcast, episode 20, with your hostess, Nicole, and
Featuring me.
Tim.
Hello.
Hello. It's just the two of us today
Hell yeah.
for our special episode.
Very special. From a galaxy.
Far, far away.
I think so.
Yeah. Did you really forget?
It's some kind of distance away.
We're doing Star Wars. Yay, Star
Hell yeah.
Wars.
I love Star Wars.
Star Wars is fun. We did have a guest lined up for today, but throwing some shade, they canceled.
That's alright.
It
No
is what
biggie.
it is. The show must go on.
Hakuna Matata.
Yep.
That's what Darth Vader would say from a different movie.
Yeah. So, we're going to be talking about Star Wars. Also, listeners, you'll be hearing this after our live stream on Friday. If you didn't, we'll be putting out clips soon, hopefully.
Yes, please. Go check out our, we streamed, Resident Evil Village.
The big busty vampire game.
Yes. That's the reason why I'm getting it. I really don't care about the plot.
I care about it. It's fine. So.
Like, I want the main dude's, like, neck to hurt from looking up constantly.
Just.
And then, like Ryan Storm just running into her bush. It's like, oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Or right into her ass. Like, oh, sorry.
I saw one of the scenes today.
Mm-hmm.
We are recording this prior to the live stream. I saw one of the scenes today where she basically like slams him into like the ground, and I was like, oof. Let's hope that's early on.
I mean, I saw a bit where she was like holding the guy like up high and like sucking blood up like his wrists.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I saw that.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways,
we're excited for that.
hell yeah.
Hopefully you watched it. So let's jump into Star Wars then.
Dun, 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 na 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 na. Bum 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 bum.
Tim's gonna sing it so we don't get copyrighted. Tim, stop.
Oh man, you'd be lame at karaoke.
Yes, I don't do karaoke.
Okay, so how did Star Wars come into your life?
How did Star Wars come into my life?
Yeah.
Through my father. My father was a big Star Wars fan. My mother was a big Star Trek fan.
Divided household.
My mom likes both, but she prefers Star Trek over Star Wars. But we love her anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so it was a bonding experience between my dad and I to watch Star Wars at a younger age. So,
Yeah.
watched it with him a lot.
Hell yeah.
How about you?
I want to say it's through my mom.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's quite opposite because my dad was more into Star Trek. Like, my dad watched a lot of the old William Shatner, like the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom's like, yo, check this shit out. But I had watched, because I think the first movie I've seen was probably Phantom Menace.
Okay.
I was like, oh, wow, look at that. I remember being a kid and being super stoked.
You're like, oh yeah!
Yeah, and then she's like, yo, check out these movies. And it was like it was the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was like, yeah, these are, in a sense, like these movies come after the first one. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Why do these movies look older than this one if this one came first? Then as I go old, and like as I got older, I got to comprehend and understand, like, oh, so it's, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people still don't understand the numbering.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, well, 1, 2, 3 is, the originals, 4, 5, 6 for you, and it's just like, can we just call them the originals, the prequels, and the sequels?
Yeah,
or
that's pretty much how I call it at this point.
Yeah. So.
I mean, it's more so like, I don't like, usually if I mention a movie, I'll be like, oh yeah, back in Phantom Menace, or back in like, Rise of Skywalker, or like so and so.
Which really throws me off because I only know them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Usually with that, I have to like think, because all we talk about is scene in like, let's say like Return of the Jedi, and you're like, is that the one where they go to? Is that the one where they? Is that which one is that? I'm like 6. You're like, oh, okay, and it's like boom, you know what I'm talking about.
Instantly. Names terrible for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only one I know is wow, I don't know this. Is it
New Hope?
New Hope?
Yeah.
'Cause that's
The original.
number 4.
Well, initially it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because it was called Star Wars, and then it was called Empire Strikes Back, then it was called Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Then when Phantom Menace came out, then that's when they gave it the Roman numeral, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only one I know.
Mm.
Like the name of. If you were like New Hope, I'm like, I know that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yeah. So which one is your favorite though?
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
I think overall, I think it's like the best one, but I mean, I really do believe that the best fight scene in all 9 movies
Mm-hmm.
is Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, like after Qui-Gon gets killed,
Oh yeah.
because that's just it's just seeing Jedi's like in their prime,
Mm-hmm.
you know, seeing Obi-Wan in his prime.
It's
you
also
know?
a very powerful scene.
It is, yeah.
So
Yeah,
It's
it's
a good
fucking
scene.
badass. Which one's your favorite?
A New Hope. Which is why I know the name of it.
Yeah, why is your favorite?
It's the one I've watched the most, I guess. I don't know. Like, if I think about my childhood, I think of A New Hope.
Right.
Like, I think of watching those characters meet and all the different dynamics, and it's just like the blossoming of what that created and everything. So in my mind, and just like when I think my childhood, I think New Hope, and it just makes me happy. And so I go, yeah, that's my favorite.
The New Hope, yeah.
Because it's like, it has Obi-Wan Kenobi in it.
Yeah.
It's the only one of the originals that has him in it, besides like the ending scene in number 6. Right?
I mean, he's in all 3 of them. He's a ghost.
Yeah, but no, like him physically there.
Oh yeah, physically, yeah. He's
Yeah.
physically there in,
He's physically
in New
there.
Hope.
Yeah.
And then in Empire and in 5 and 6, he's there like as a ghost.
I'm just saying, like, everybody in the cast is physically there.
Yes.
And it's just like just a good, well-rounded.
No, I think it's really funny that when they filmed the movie in the late 70s, Alec Guinness, who played
Yes.
Ben Kenobi, I guess he was a real turd about it. Okay, all right, I guess he was mean about it, but in a nice way.
Okay.
I guess he would be like talking like his like English friends, but like, yeah, I'm filming this lame like space movie.
Little did he know,
Yeah,
like, how big it would get.
because it's considered like as an over expensive low budget movie that's like ever been made. Because I don't know, I think it kind of blows my mind that I consider that Star Wars considers a low budget.
Yeah.
Considering that like all those visual effects, especially in the 70s,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I wish I was my age now watching Star Wars for the first time, living through 1977.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Just like watching them.
Yeah, it would just fucking blow my mind. But like, yeah. Anyways, I'll get to that later.
Yeah. I mean, we could just jump to it. So I have a would you rather question for you.
Yeah.
Would you rather go back in time and see the original releases, or watch the movies in chronological order, not knowing what was about to happen? So watching
that's a
it
tough
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not the originals first, and then prequels, then sequels, how they came out. But watching them from 1 to 9.
I would only say I would go back in time and watch the original releases.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, this might be like the most basic answer, but seeing the Darth Vader spoiler.
But the reveal.
Yeah, the reveal. That's it. Seeing the reveal that Darth Vader is Luke's dad blow my fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
As if you've watched 1, 2, 3.
You kind of know.
Yeah, you kind of know after watching third one, and then you go 4, 5. Well, I'm sure if you go to 5 and see Leia kiss Luke, you'll be like, oh, they're siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know, because if he gets the scene where he's like, no, I'm your father, and I'm like, yeah, I saw that the other day.
See, now I feel like I would go in chronological order,
Yeah.
just because like it's a coherent, like it's a story. Oh, bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
But like it's a story, and I want to watch it from beginning to end, and I didn't get to watch it like that. I watched it, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
My dad showed me them in the order in which they were released. It wasn't
Right.
like we're gonna watch it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was just like, no, we're gonna watch the originals first, and then we're doing the prequels.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, okay. And, that's how I watched them. But I wish I could have watched them in chronological order.
Mm.
Yes, I know that one scene wouldn't have been as powerful.
Yeah.
But then, like, the anticipation, you're like, oh, what's going to happen in the next one? Not knowing anything. Like, if memory was erased and I just watched it, it would just be so, like, on the edge of your seat. Like, what's going to happen next? Oh my god, is that actually as fun? Like,
Right. Yeah.
just all of it.
Well, would you include Solo and Rogue One?
No.
No.
No. Because those
Okay.
are side stories.
Yeah, the anthologies.
Yeah. When I think of, like, the base Star Wars films, I think of the prequels, originals, and sequels.
Right.
And I would watch them in those orders. When it comes to, like, Solo and Rogue One, those are kind of like, yes, those are things that happened in between.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was to include that, I would also have to include Mandalorian.
Well, I guess the way I see it, if it's a movie,
But still, like, it's
Oh,
in the
yeah.
timeline, and I would also have to include Clone Wars, and I would have to
Yeah.
include all of the other material. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, I don't want to include all that. I just want to watch the movies.
Right. No, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Speaking of Clone Wars, I mean, I have a hard time wrapping around my head that, that this shit's canon in a sense. I feel like it makes more sense that obviously the Clone Wars TV show is in canon with the Mandalorian, because season 2 of Mandalorian is Dave Filoni having a Trojan horse of like, hey, look at this, but it's all his characters from the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Because you see Ahsoka, Bo-Katan, the Darksaber.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be it.
Isn't the bad guy from Clone Wars?
Maybe
The blue guy that we're gonna potentially see?
the blue guy.
The one guy that Bo-Katan's after.
Oh, Moff Gideon.
Yeah. Moff Gideon from Clone Wars?
Maybe I don't know. I didn't really watch Clone Wars.
Okay.
I've only watched a little bit of the final season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think half of the first season, but I couldn't get into it. But I was told that, like, the first, 4 seasons are rough and they're really hard to get through. But after season 5, shit picks up and gets good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. No, I'd go back. I'd go back and just,
Mm.
erase my memory and then just watch them all over again.
Oh yeah, I mean it was nice I think as a kid, because I do remember watching Revenge of the Sith in theaters because my mom took me, and I remember just being amazed in
Yeah.
a sense, because we're seeing Anakin and Obi-Wan together, and then seeing Anakin become Darth Vader, because I remember I was in theaters covering my mouth to see him get burned and shit. And then when he became like Darth Vader,
Yeah.
in a sense, I'm kind of jealous because there's new Star Wars fans because of the TV shows coming out. So I see men and women on TikTok watching movies the first time and seeing their reaction. That shit gets me jealous.
Right.
you
That's
know?
why I would want to go and just wipe my memory and just watch them all again.
Yeah, because there was this lady she was watching. It was clips of Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
And she was crying when it came to the part where Anakin's all cut up and burnt.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan's like, "You are my brother, Anakin. I loved you." And she was like, "Ah!" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I can relate."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's touching.
Speaking of Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Hmm?
What's your favorite set of movies? Are they the prequels, the originals, or the sequels?
I don't know. Each of them have their ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, I'll go.
yeah,
I
you
already
would.
know it.
Yeah,
It's the prequels.
the prequels.
Oh, yeah. I watched the originals, and the originals are near and dear to my heart.
Right.
But the prequels relate to me more. The meme content that comes out of them.
Yeah.
Just, how sheer, bad they are
Mm-hmm.
for their time just makes them beautiful.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, if I were to pick like a Star Wars movie to watch, it'd be one of those three.
Oh yeah.
Just because of like how like outrageous it is. And it's so good.
Well, then out of three, which one would you recommend? If someone's like, I've never seen a Star Wars movie, but I'm willing to watch any one of them, which one would it be?
Just start with the first one.
Start with the first one, Phantom Menace?
Yeah, work
Okay.
your way up.
Okay.
I mean, that's like if I have a kid, we're starting at 1.
Yeah. One of the guys...
And then we're not going to talk about the sequels.
Oh, no, we'll talk about him. One of the guys I used to work with, he had only seen the original movie when he was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Like, New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I mean, he's like 30-something now, and I asked him, like, are you going to watch it? Because we used to have, like a movie squad at work,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yo, guys, are we seeing Rise of Skywalker?
Mm-hmm.
And they're both like, no. It was like, like, as much as I am a movie fan, I have no interest in Star Wars. But it wasn't until a little bit later, because he got Disney Plus. He's like, yeah, one of these days, I actually do plan on sitting down, watching these movies, because everyone says they're so good and they're so great.
Is it Maurice?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah. I told him, I was like, you might like them. They're not for everyone, but I think you'll like at least one of the 9.
I think they're good.
Yeah.
Except for the sequels.
Let's talk about the sequels.
Let's talk about the sequels?
Yeah.
Oh. What is there to talk about? They're basically like a remake of the originals.
They are.
With more plot armor and family-friendly content.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're literally just using the same storyline. And it's almost like a carbon copy, except we put a female in lead. And everything goes right for her. And
Yeah.
there is little to no conflict, except for the bad guys, because there has to be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree. But I'll talk about the things I did enjoy. I enjoyed Finn. I say Finn and Kylo were probably like the good things about the sequel trilogy. Finn had such good potential in Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe he had something in Last Jedi. Might be something, And then in Rise of Skywalker, he kind of just fell flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, my favorite part with Finn isn't even from the movies. It's from a freaking video that we watched about how bad the sequels were or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like him going like, no, to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And it blows up.
I think a handful of them, they don't like the sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know, they're aware that they're not good, but, they're in contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, despite how bad they are, they still made money.
Yeah.
In the end, that's all that matters.
I know.
You could make a really bad movie and still make, over, say, that's 6 million opening weekend, you know? I'm just pulling a number. That might be low, maybe not.
Yeah.
$6 million is a lot to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The sequels weren't...
Oh, no. I mean...
I had so many more hopes for them.
Right.
Yes, I got to see, my brain is blanking. Mark Hamill again.
Yeah.
Which is, to me, he was like my childhood crush, you
Right.
know. I was a little girl seeing a very attractive man on a TV, and I went, oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw Ewan McGregor, and I went, Mark Hamill who?
Were you like the bin, okay, so in episode 8, Last Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
After Rey gives Luke the lightsaber, he looks at it and he just throws over his shoulder.
I fucking cackled.
I thought that was probably one of the best scenes in that movie. I thought it was funny.
It was great.
It sucked, yeah, because... I don't know.
It sucked because it's like, you're seeing Luke give up, and
Yeah.
it's like... You're like, well, if he gives up, then what hope is there?
Yeah, what hope is there for the
He
Jedi?
is the new hope, and now
Yeah.
he's given up.
Oh, yeah.
So in a sense, it's like heartbreaking.
I remember seeing the trailer for that movie. The trailer before it came out, and he's like, it's time for the Jedi to end. And I was like, whoa! And my whole body got just a wave of chills. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh! I was hyped. I was like, Last Jedi, this is gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
And then leaving it, I was like, this movie was not great.
I had so much more hopes.
The only, I think it's probably the best scene out of the whole sequel trilogy, and I want to say the best scene
Okay.
is at the end of Last Jedi when they're on that crate, that mining planet, and it's pretty much is on Hoth. You know, like they have those the AT-ATs.
This is number 7.
7, 8, Last Jedi.
Eight. Okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then, cause it was after where Kylo Ren killed, Supreme Leader, Snoke.
Mm-hmm.
And then him and Rey teamed up against those red, those guards.
Yeah.
But then it was like after that, because the remaining, Resistance went to the salt mine, crate.
Mm-hmm.
They're calling for backup. There was no backup. They're like, you're on your own. But that whole scene, I thought was really fun to watch. It was kind of cool seeing Kylo Ren, in a sense, go against Luke.
Mm-hmm.
But Luke wasn't there.
Yeah.
He was just stalling, while they were able to.
Because Luke
get
was
him
a ghost.
He projected himself
Yeah.
because he was on his little island,
Just chilling, living his best life.
yeah, he was there, crossed his legs, did this. Yeah, meditating. And doing that. That part was kind of fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love the scene where Kylo Ren is in the AT-AT, and then you see the Millennium Falcon, and Kylo Ren says, "Pull that piece of junk out of the sky." I'm like, that is funny. That is fucking great.
I will say, one of the good things that came out of these films is Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Just the, popularizing him more.
Oh yeah, because Adam Driver's a good actor in general. I'm happy that he was in Star Wars, because that really boosted. And then he was in other shit.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
It gave him a lot more,
Oh yeah.
opportunities.
I feel like out of everyone in the cast, he's the one that got the most. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, Rey's whatever. I mean, Rey is frustrating because in 2015, someone called her a Mary Sue. And the phrase, if I understood it right, the phrase Mary Sue came from Star Trek. Because there was a lady named Mary Sue where she was smarter than Spock. And then, outdid him in everything.
Yeah.
So, in a sense, with Rey, she's a scavenger on a planet who could speak droid, speak any type of droid, speak any kind of fucking monster animal,
Huh, Luke? Huh? No, I was saying, because, Luke could do the same thing.
He didn't know what Chewbacca was saying.
Oh, did he not?
No.
I thought he did.
No.
Oh, at some point he did, yeah, because he learned it.
I mean, maybe, but then, at the end of it, she gets the Force.
Mm-hmm. Luke knew a lot. You have to give me credit there.
Yeah. I feel like with Rey, I would only give her credit if she knew how to, fix, maybe not, a ship because she fixed the Millennium Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not that. Maybe it's, smaller vehicles, smaller engines, maybe she could whip up. Because if you're a scavenger working for your life, you're going to pick up some pretty intense skills,
But not enough to fix up the Millennium Falcon?
Not enough to have the plot armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of plot armor with her.
Oh, yeah.
In the originals, you could tell that Luke had some plot armor, being the main character.
Yeah.
But, when you look at her, it's, at least, 40 times more than what he had.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just bruh, chill.
Yeah.
And
sorry, go ahead.
And, in the first movie, the prequel, so number 7,
yeah,
how she just automatically knew how to wield a lightsaber.
She had the Force.
Yeah, it was just, instant. And it's bruh.
I would have been okay if, say, she picked it up and then just turned it on and then just tried her best.
But it wasn't.
No, it wasn't because she,
It would have been better if she, stumbled and was, in a sense, being defeated. And then more of, a natural instinct of, defending herself.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of came out. I could see that more. But it was just,
I agree.
Instant, let's go!
Pretty much. I did like how in Force Awakens number 7, when Rey, Han, Chewie, Finn, they go to Maz Kanata's area, her whole
her little bar.
yeah. And then she's like, the lightsaber, it calls to you. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And she was like, take it. And Rey's like, I don't want that thing. And she runs off. And then Maz Kanata's like, you take it, and gives it to Finn. She's like, I don't want this thing.
Get it out of
It's
here.
scaring away my customers. It's calling to everyone that comes down here. It's like, sir, you gotta take it.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I guess. But then, like, in that following scene, Finn fights the one stormtrooper that has the, like, the swinging, like, thing.
Oh, the fucking meme one?
Yeah.
God.
Dude, that, like, I think that guy is a good character. That is arguably a better fighter than Kylo Ren.
Yes.
Because this stormtrooper took out Finn in, like, less than 30 seconds, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Finn against Kylo Ren, it took a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, I guess my only, argument against that is that we're not really sure how many times Kylo Ren has fought other people with lightsabers.
Yeah.
You know? For all we know, that him fighting Finn was, like, a long time, if not maybe the first time he fought someone with a lightsaber,
Yeah.
you know, as Kylo Ren.
Well, did the Red Knights have lightsabers or
No,
no?
it looked at, like, swords and, like, axes.
Okay.
You know, like, real, like, medieval shit.
I couldn't remember.
But Kylo Ren was, like, the one that had that lightsaber.
Yeah. Well, because, like, maybe because what I'm thinking of is from Clone Wars and Mandalorian, but the black saber thing,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like a sword.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was kind of thinking, like, maybe they had something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's probably like you were
Oh,
saying.
no. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then bits, I guess one more bit I liked about the sequels was, I did like that, that Rey was a Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, because that caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Because, you know, episode 9, when Chewie was caught in the ship,
Yeah.
and on that side note, Chewbacca walks right out and immediately gets fucking handcuffed. He's in shackles. It's like, oh, he didn't, like, you know, fight back or anything.
Yeah, he's like, I'm good.
He's like, oh, I'm willing to be taken.
This is my life now.
And then Rey, like, you know, she's holding on to the ship, and then Kylo Ren's, like, pushing her buttons in a sense, and she, like, shoots electricity. I'm like, whoa, that was kind of sick, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that was actually kind of cool. But then I really almost got up and walked out when the one lady's like, what's your last name? You know, like, Rey who? And then Rey looks at the ghost of Luke and Leia, and she's like, Rey Skywalker. I was like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
You're a
Get out of here with that
Palpatine.
gay shit.
God.
Speaking of gay shit, I didn't like that she kissed Kylo Ren.
I don't like that either.
I was like, oh, that's weird.
No, it was unnecessary.
Yeah. Oh, God, it fucking sucked. What are some of the stuff you didn't like about the prequels?
I didn't like about the prequels, or
Yeah.
I did?
Didn't.
Didn't?
Because there's a lot more you like about it. I want you to nitpick it.
Oh,
You
okay.
could take a minute, you know, think about 1, 2, and 3.
I needed more Ewan McGregor.
You need more Ewan McGregor. Okay.
I liked Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I genuinely liked his character. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
saying that because I'm just like, oh my god, I love Ewan McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, swoon. No, like, I genuinely liked his character.
Yeah.
And I wish there was more development between him and Anakin in the movies.
Right.
Because it was just like, in the first one, it's like, okay, you're my Padawan. And then the second one's like, okay, you're my Padawan. And then it's like, third one, you are my brother. And it's
Yeah.
like, but there was no actual development throughout the movies of them, like, being brotherly.
But I could guess that's why,
The Clone Wars.
yeah, a true Star Wars fan, like, we gotta go watch the Clone Wars. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Give me your lunch money, you know?
I just wish there would have been more, like, character bonding and, like, formatting between the two of them
Yeah.
that made that final scene
Oh, yeah.
just a little bit more powerful,
Okay, yeah. I could agree with that.
you know?
Because I remember, like, as like a teenager rewatching, like, Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I understood that Obi-Wan was absolutely crushed and devastated when Anakin turned to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I'm like, we don't really see much time, like screen time with them like being together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, I wish they had more screen time together.
Oh yeah.
You know, because it was just like you see him as a kid, you see him as a like younger person, and then you see him more as like an adult with Padme.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he's literally sent away with Padme for pretty much an entire movie, isn't he? Yeah, the second one, right?
Yeah, because he was
Because that's where they
he was
get
sent
married.
to protect her.
Yeah, they get married in secret there too.
Yeah.
So it's just like what we see is them separate,
Yeah.
and it's just like the ending scene would have just been a little bit more powerful if we had actually seen time with them together.
So the way I think of it is, you know, like ideally Anakin was supposed to guard, like, you know, look after Padme, yeah. But then in Anakin's eyes, it was all.
Yeah.
You know,
But
he's like.
we also get the famous line about the sand.
Oh yeah, I hate sand.
Just so coarse and gets everywhere.
Gets everywhere.
I think every time I go to a beach, I say that line.
I hate sand. It gets everywhere. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not, but
Yeah.
it's a funny thing to think about.
The one thing I wish got to see more in the prequels was Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was cool.
Yeah, he was.
He seemed like a really strong character. I would have loved an Obi-Wan Qui-Gon Jinn movie.
Like prior to the prequels.
Yeah,
Like kind of like Obi-Wan in a sense, like growing up.
with Anakin.
No, like
Oh.
with Qui-Gon.
Oh, with Qui-Gon. Yeah, yeah.
So just like the two of the, like in a sense Qui-Gon training Obi-Wan to be where he is today.
Yeah, I think that could work. You
It
know.
could work, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean it might be hard because I think Darth Maul, when Darth Maul showed up, because Qui-Gon fights Darth Maul, you know, when they're in Tatooine,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's like, you know, that Sith Lord, you know, he has pretty extensive training, and then they're pretty much at the meeting. They're like, yeah, it's been quite a while since we've seen a Sith Lord, so it's probably hard to get like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon to fight a Sith.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it might be kind of hard to see like a movie and develop a story like that.
Yeah.
But I still think we just still get something out of it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess same would go for Darth Maul.
Yeah.
He seems like an interesting character. You know, he didn't have much lines.
Yeah, they kind of just dropped him after the first movie.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, but in the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, bitch, shut up. Give me your lunch, my fucking nerd.
Most people have only seen the movies.
Yeah.
Most people don't even know about the Clone Wars. So, like, when you're bringing other things in, it's kind of hard to, like...
Right.
Like, if you're gonna, like, if someone's like, hey, I want to watch Star Wars, where do I start? You're gonna tell them the movies.
Oh, yeah.
100%. You're not gonna be like, you're gonna watch movie 1 and 2, and then you're gonna watch the Clone Wars, and then you're gonna watch 3, and then you're gonna watch this. You're not gonna, like, you're not gonna direct them to, like, go into all the steps in the chronological order.
Yeah.
You're just gonna be like, watch the movies, start with the first one, and go from there.
Oh, yeah.
No one's gonna be like, you gotta watch Clone Wars, you gotta watch Rebels, you gotta watch Mandalorian. Like, no. Nobody's gonna say that. They're gonna be like, you're gonna watch the movies, and then if you like it, you're gonna branch out.
Well, I guess if they were like branch out, I'd definitely recommend Mandalorian.
Oh, 100%. I fucking
Because
love
that
Mandalorian.
is a good show.
Oh, yeah. That's the reason why we got Disney Plus was for Mandalorian.
Basically, dead ass. You know, but we're locked into a 1 year.
Yep. Let's hope Kenobi comes out soon.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been watching some MCU stuff, so.
Yeah, I watched Bad Batch today, the first episode.
I still haven't gotten to it
It
yet.
is good.
Is it good?
It is actually really good. It is really fun.
Yeah.
Because it's during Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
It's like the first scene like starts out like you see the Bad Batch and clones.
Is that episode 3?
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, episode 3.
Sorry.
Because no, you're good. Because it starts off with that, and then they're like, yeah. And then they're like, one of the clone troopers, not the Bad Batch, but the clone troopers, like, oh, we just got word that Obi-Wan defeated Grievous. I'm like, uh-oh, this can't be good. Because you see two Jedi, a Jedi and a Padawan, and then you see him, like, pull out the thing, and you see Palpatine, like, execute Order 66. And then puts it down, and then guns down like the Master Jedi, and the Padawan runs off.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah.
And they're not called the Republic; they're called the Empire.
Okay.
So I thought that was really cool. Because it's like because I guess when you watch Clone Wars, you see them as the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Watching this, they're now the villains.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know?
that switch of it's like, oh,
Yeah, like
you're
day
now
and
a
night.
villain.
Yeah, you're
Villain.
now a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then you see Grand Moff, not Tarkin. Yeah, Tarkin. He was in New Hope. He was like the really old looking dude that looked like Prince Philip. You see him. You see that in the show, which is cool and all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's more. There's more to it in Bad Batch, like minor spoilers. But it's good. Definitely worth a watch. The first episode, like it's like an hour and something minutes. It feels like a mini movie, but you haven't seen it. I check it out.
Oh yeah.
Best thing.
Is it animated? It's animated, right?
Yeah, it's
Is it animated by the same people that did?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a spinoff of Clone Wars.
Okay. I just want to make sure it was animated by the
Yeah.
same people. Because I like those people that are behind that production.
Oh yeah.
Because they're also behind Mandalorian.
Oh yeah. It's like when Disney bought Star Wars, they did the movies dirty, but like everything else they did great.
Yeah. They're like, we're going to do you dirty because this is what most people are going to watch.
Oh yeah.
But everything else, those true fans, we're going to milk them for every penny they have.
Well, because with Clone Wars, I think it got... Okay, so, I mean, I could be wrong. And I'm not going to, like, fucking look this show because I don't care that much. I think Clone Wars got canceled. Like, it didn't get, like, its final season that came out in 2020, you
Yeah.
know? It's like, hey, and then I think Disney was like, all right, you guys got to finish this shit.
And so they're...
So, they rehired just about everybody, the same cast, the same crew, and then just knocked off that final season.
Yeah.
And then, you know, then they got brought over Mandalorian.
Yeah. Do you think that the Bad Batch is going to be potentially the true season finale for the Clone Wars that
I don't
they
think
should have
so.
had?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I can see the Bad Batch being like a limited time thing, but I mean it is a huge gap between episode 3 and episode 4.
Yeah.
Because I mean, judged by Luke's age, nearly a 20-year gap.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe you could knock out.
I think
7 seasons.
It was 15 years.
It could be, because I mean Luke's supposed to be like a teenager. I want to say 17 or 18.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, no worries. I did like how in Mandalorian we got to see a bit of a we got to see a super battle droid because it's why Mando hates the droids.
Yeah.
You know, because you know you see a droid about to like fucking kill him, but then he gets killed by by another Mandalorian.
Yeah. So it's a 19-year gap.
Okay. Maybe because Carrie Fisher was 19 when she filmed the first movie.
I don't think so.
Maybe not that, but maybe it's like the idea.
I mean, there's books that go into it and everything,
Yeah.
and that could probably explain it, because it could be, like, wars that are going on during that time
Yeah.
that just force it to be 19 years.
Oh yeah.
So, or, you know, George Lucas is just like, 19. And then they're like, okay, we'll work with it.
Oh yeah. Do you think George Lucas is like a good thing for Star Wars?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
I mean,
I don't know, I'm kind of divided on it.
I think he was great when it came to the originals,
Yes.
and I think he's good being more of a creative director when
Right.
it comes to the new material.
Oh yeah.
Because when you think of him, you think of, like, what is Star Wars, and you think George Lucas.
Yeah.
So if it's like, hey, we want to do X, Y, and Z, he might be like, let's add this to it because then it relates to this.
So more
which-
of like a producer.
Yeah.
That's how I see it too. It's like I don't want to see George Lucas writing anything.
Yeah.
I want to see him just producing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're
Giving his
creative
ideas,
director.
but don't give him the keyboard.
Well, because like producing is like making it. Creative directing is like, I'm talking to the producer and being like, okay, but we're gonna go here a little bit because
Right.
that lines up better.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can see him better as a creative director than a producer, and like being like hugely hands in on it.
Right.
I can see him being like, let's do this because it relates more to like Mandalorian and that kind of flows better into that storyline, or
Right.
you know. I could see him doing that, or like if they need to create like a language or something, he,
Yeah.
can easily.
Okay, I agree with that. The one part that sort of like made me like disagree with like whole George Lucas, it's just I can't think of it like at the moment because I didn't do much prep work for this. Because in a sense, this topic was last minute. Because
Yeah.
yesterday was May 4th. Today's Cinco de Mayo. Yesterday was May 4th. I'm like, oh shit, we could have done a Star Wars episode this week.
Yeah.
But just some of the writing in the prequels just wasn't great.
No.
There's a deleted scene for episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, where Anakin is talking like Obi-Wan, and R2-D2's on like the mic in a sense, and then R2-D2's talking, and then Anakin's like, "Knew what he said?" And Obi-Wan's like, "I don't know, I don't speak droid." And then Anakin starts he's like, "I think he said." Boop, 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 boop. He starts moving his lips, and it's like playing the beeping. He's like, "I think it means up or it means down." And then he's like, "Oh wait, no, that means up." It's like, okay, that shit's kind of
It's
weird.
the elevator scene.
Yeah.
It's the elevator scene.
Yeah, dude, that's so fucking cringy to watch.
It's so funny though. Like I said, like the
It's so
prequels just made
ridiculous.
so many fucking memes, and like that's near and dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like if anybody goes hello there, I instantly would go General Kenobi. I do not sound like General Grievous in any way, shape, or form. I will give him a different accent every single time I hear it,
Yeah.
but I will respond.
I think it's funny that with Count Dooku. Oh, Count Dooku is also a huge plus for the prequels. I loved Count Dooku. I didn't think at any point that he sucked.
Yeah, no.
Maybe it's because Christopher Lee's a good actor. Anyways, what I was about to say, because Anakin kills Dooku, he defeats him and then kills him, and Anakin Count Dooku's Padawan was Qui-Gon Jinn.
Mm-hmm.
What was his Padawan?
Qui-Gon Jinn's
Yeah,
Obi-Wan,
who was his Padawan?
Anakin.
Yeah, you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I
think
I
that's
was
fu-
on board the entire time. I know what
I
you're
think that
talking
is
about.
so funny,
Oh no, it's great.
And then when Grievous was about to fight General Obi-Wan, he's like, "I've been trained your Jedi arts by Count Dooku." And Obi-Wan's like, "My Padawan killed your master, right?" who trained that Padawan? I did.
This guy.
Your forearms, put them up. All 4 of them. Get them up there.
Not to change the subject, but talking about Obi-Wan, you tagged me in something saying like it was like the first word you find is like your co-pilot, and it was all those different Star Wars characters.
What was the word search?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what the prompt was? I just did the word search, like Star Wars word search. I didn't read what the question was.
Oh yeah, so it's like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, the first name that you
Yeah,
find
yeah,
is your
yeah, yeah.
co-pilot.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I found Obi-Wan, and I'm just over here like I jokingly was like, oh, you find it up your butt. But then I went to go do it, and the first one I found was Darth Maul.
Oh, right.
And I was like, do you wanna switch?
Oh, that's actually funny.
Because like, I love Obi-Wan and you love Darth Maul.
Yeah. I didn't spend too much time on that word search. I think it was only Obi-Wan.
I ended up finding Count Dooku. I found a bunch of them. I found Luke
Oh, did you?
Skywalker.
You looked that way? I looked at less than 3 minutes.
Well,
I tagged you in it and I got off of it.
you have to remember, I do word searches way faster than you.
Yeah.
So, like, your 3 minutes and my 3 minutes, totally
Well, because
different.
Obi-Wan was like, you go the first word down on the very left.
Yeah, he was, like, right at the bottom
Yeah, it was
left.
right there. I'm like, okay, boom.
Yeah, no, Darth Maul was literally at the top.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
if you had just gone left, you would have been like, Darth Maul.
Hell yeah. I like Darth Maul.
So,
I probably like Darth Maul more than I like Anakin as a Sith.
yeah.
Yeah. But who'd win the fight, though, is a good question.
Darth Maul versus Anakin?
Yeah.
Probably Anakin, because he has the Force, doesn't he? He's
Darth Maul says the Force.
Does he?
Yes.
I don't think I've seen him use the Force.
The only time I could recall him using it in Phantom Menace was he force pushed.
Oh.
I think it was Obi-Wan.
Okay.
I think that he went like falling, then went like down thing, and then like hit it, then like fell downwards. I think because he used it.
Maybe I'm just forgetting. I haven't seen those movies
Oh, you're
in
good.
a year, so it's like,
Yeah, no, you're good. And I'm sure in the Clone Wars he probably did use the whoop. Yeah, you know.
Well, then probably it was probably still Anakin because he has like in a sense a stronger midichlorian count.
Yeah.
If we're just going just based off of stats, like
I never understood what that meant. The metachlorian count.
isn't it supposed to be like how strong your force is and
I don't
how
know.
like in tune with the force you are?
I just know in the first movie they were looking at young Anakin and they're like, "Wow, this kid's off the charts."
It's either like potential to use the force or something like that.
Yeah.
It's entwined with the force, and
I
if you
agree.
have it, if you have midichlorian or you have a higher count, then you have the force. I'm assuming, in a sense, it's tighter. Like the more you have, the better the bond is.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the force. So if he has a very high, like count, I would assume. This is all assumptions here. I do not know anything. I would assume that his control of the force is stronger.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's just my interpretation of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Whether or not that's what George Lucas wanted is, I have no idea.
That's a question to ask him. Like, if I could meet him, be like, okay, it's like, all right, George, who do you think would win, Anakin or Maul?
Yeah.
You know?
I will say I do like Darth Maul's lightsaber because it is too.
Oh, it is, yeah. Like that's another thing where if I got my mind wiped, because you know throughout Phantom Menace you see Darth Maul just the one. Well, you see him fight once with the one blade against Qui-Gon, but then at the end when the doors open, he takes off his hood and he's like, "Pshoo," and then "Pshoo."
Yeah.
That would have fucking blown my mind. He's like, he's got a bow staff.
He got two of them.
Speaking of fights, there's for a while it was a debate between who would win the fight, like Anakin at his prime, which is obviously episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, versus Luke in his prime, which would be episode 6, Return of the Jedi. It's like, who'd win in that fight? Anakin.
Probably Anakin because he has more technical training.
It's also the way they move.
Yeah.
Like, because if you look back at episode 3, when Anakin was fighting Obi-Wan, that fight sort of seems like Anakin truly has hate in his heart.
Yeah.
And he's moving quick. He's just trying to kill Obi-Wan, He may use some training. His mind is, I gotta kill that guy before he kills me, which is anything in a fight. But then Obi-Wan is more like by the book,
But who's to say he would have that, in a sense, like that chutzpah, that like, that attitude of a fight, so like that life or death situation.
Yeah.
When it came to battling Luke, now, when he's battling Obi-Wan in that scene,
Yeah.
in a sense, it is life or death, yes. But it's also the principle behind it. Like, this is the man that I trusted. This is
Yes.
like this is my brother and everything. So it's like a very heated scene, which is why
Yes.
he is as heated as he is. But if it was just a general fight, like you are going to fight this person, and it happens to be Luke.
Yeah.
Thinking of it that way, I would have to go more based off technical training, and it would be Anakin.
Oh yeah.
Because he has more technical training, he has more
He's done it
understanding.
longer.
Yeah, he's done it longer.
He's
Whereas,
had more
like,
practice.
Luke is just like, I'm winging it.
Because the only person Luke has really fought in the movies, I don't know anything about like the books or there's any comic books between episodes 5 and 6,
I mean,
Empire
there
and
are.
Return.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. But with the lightsaber, he's only fought one person. He fought him twice with a lightsaber. He fought Darth Vader twice.
He lost his hand in one of those fights.
He did, yeah. And like it looked like in like Return of the Jedi when he was fighting Darth Vader, which Darth Vader he's not at his prime, he's a little bit older in life,
But he's still kind of whooping his ass.
Yeah, he was able to put it seemed like Luke was barely holding on up until like last minute, But then Luke was using his hate to defeat Vader.
Yeah.
Cuz this is the way I see it. It's just cuz Anakin's moving really quick. Well, I'm not sure if Luke could like keep up with it,
Yeah.
That's just the way I think of
I
it.
definitely agree with you that I think Anakin would win.
Yes.
But just the way that you're looking at it, where you're comparing that one scene to, like, the one scene in episode 3 compared to Luke,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a fair comparison because of the circumstances that were happening in that last scene in episode 3.
Okay, so then let's take Anakin back a little bit. Let's take him to Attack of the Clones, Anakin, when he's in a sense a Padawan, not a Jedi Knight.
I mean, I would still agree that Anakin would win.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think he would have put that much energy and, like, seriousness into the fight with Luke than he would that scene with Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because I'm sure if you looked at Obi-Wan and then, like, looked at Luke, he's gonna get, like, different feelings in a sense. Maybe it would be different if he's like, hey, that one's my son, that was my master.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he looks at, that's a Jedi, that's a Jedi. Jedis are supposed to be done, you know?
Yeah.
Because in his mind, the Jedi have turned evil.
Yeah. But, like, when the way I feel it is that he looks at Obi-Wan, it's absolute betrayal.
Right.
Heartbreak, everything.
Right.
His life is crashing. Whereas just, like, Luke, oh, it's just some Jedi.
Yeah, it's just some kid.
So it's no big deal in a sense.
Yeah.
I still think Anakin would win.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying the way that he would go into the fight is drastically different
Right.
compared to what you're using it as an example.
Right, for sure. Gotcha.
I'm with you.
Oh, yeah.
Just not at the same level as you.
Mm. Well, if you're listening, thank you for listening this far.
Yes, and we have one last question.
What's up?
What's your most disliked character from the movies?
Ray.
Yeah? Because I'll say it right here, right now. I fucking hate C-3PO.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that guy. Fucking hate him.
Yeah,
I don't give two fucks about him. I went right up and close into the mic because I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
He needs to die. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for listening. If you want us to do more Star Wars stuff, we'll definitely do more Star Wars stuff.
Go ahead and comment down below or send us a DM if you made it this far and I guess like what you think of our little debate we had going on. You know.
If you have your own input, let us know. Comment, like, subscribe, send us some DMs. Our inboxes are open. We also got a TikTok. It's probably linked somewhere.
Yeah.
Below.
You know, follow it, see what we're up to.
Yeah.
Please, like I said, smash that like button.
Yeah.
Smash that dislike button. I don't care.
Don't smash the dislike button. Unless you like C-3PO. Then smash the dislike button, because fuck you.
we just want your honest reviews, you know. Tell us how we're doing. Are we sucking? Are we doing good? What can we improve on? Blah blah blah. XYZ. You know?
Yeah.
I don't care.
But hey,
I
thanks
love
for
feedback.
watching. And don't be racist.
Goodbye everybody. See you next week.
Bye.
Ta-ta.